Hello everyone, my name's Carlos Santamaria. I'm the Vice President of Engineering Services, and I wanted to thank you all for coming today. We're really excited about sharing this celebration with you. As you can tell, it's been a 100% team effort. Everyone, I think, in this room, all of our strategic partners and vendors, employees, senior management, fellow employees, really contributed to the success of us being able to, the Aventine building, obtain LEED Platinum. And you know, there's a lot of different stories you may hear over the next hour or so, but I think, in talking to my boss, Mike Steele, probably the funniest one is when we had the idea after we got our sustainability management report back from the Chelsea group, and we had this really nice high score to be able to pursue LEED Platinum. There was also a component in there about what it would cost and some of the other challenges we would have in the LEED project, and the numbers just started to grow from 50 to 60 to 70 to 100 grand. And this is end of 2008, beginning of 2009, Mike. Mm-hmm. So I go to my boss, I say, you know, Mike, LEED Platinum, we could get LEED Platinum certification. How much is it going to cost? Well, it depends. It depends. What are we going to do? We could do a number of different things, but LEED Platinum, Mike, the first 20-plus year old multi-tenant building in the country, or for the world for that matter, to get LEED Platinum, what's it going to cost? What's it going to yield? Am I going to get higher rents? You know, or is it going to fill up the building? Well, I don't know. I don't know. Yet to be seen. But anyways, from that point, the challenges we faced to getting to finishing it and becoming LEED certified is quite a journey, and it's been a lot of fun. So we have a couple speakers here, and I just wanted to thank everyone again, and I'm going to thank everyone in more detail towards the end of the presentation. I wanted to, and excuse the notes, I'm a notes person, I forget everything, so I have a lot of notes here. Anyways, I wanted to introduce Douglas Cott from the U.S. Green Building Council San Diego chapter. He's going to say a few words about this event. Thank you.
Great. So thank you all for coming. This is a very significant moment in the San Diego community. Actually, I don't imagine that many of you know that the first Energy Star building in the world is right here in San Diego. This is at the Ridgehaven office building. And since that time, we have, I would say, maybe lost some of our leadership in the energy management of buildings. But today we're here to celebrate not only a LEED Platinum certification, but also what is actually an unbelievable accomplishment for a building of this type, for building of any type really, to be in the top percentile of energy efficiency for its class. So this project has achieved an Energy Star rating of 100, which is, again, an incredibly significant accomplishment. I think it's resulted in, and we heard a little bit about the costs associated with LEED and the costs associated with this commitment. It's also important that we talk about those benefits. Right, these are very savvy businessmen here who have made a very strategic decision to pursue both the LEED certification but also the energy efficiency upgrades and carry it to a level of performance that we haven't seen in San Diego in a very long time. So I thank them for that commitment and for that follow-through and for what this means for our community. You know, we know this is a landmark building, and now it has achieved a sort of landmark status in a different way as well relative to its performance. And as Carlos mentioned, this is a Platinum certified project. Again, a unique feature here in San Diego. We have very few Platinum projects of any variety of LEED, but for the existing buildings operation and maintenance side, this is the only one we have. So this becomes our best-in-class example of what's possible in facility management, what's possible in operating a facility, and really, you know, again, creates a landmark circumstance here for San Diego, both in terms of its design, but now also in terms of its performance. So, you know, that's the sort of big picture stuff. We're going to hear, I think, a little bit more in the details about how this process went through. We're going to hear from the team members that were part of that. You know, it's really difficult to pursue a LEED certification without a full commitment from a team. And I think we're going to, you know, help celebrate those team members today. I think for now, we're going to kind of keep the plaque where it is. It's actually quite heavy. Maybe we'll pass it around at some point. Maybe we won't, sorry. It's too much went into that. It's too fragile. You can all look at it, but please don't touch. But it is quite heavy, so we're going to leave it on the table for now. And I think at this point, we'll hear some stories about the project team, the project commitment from the project manager, as well as some of the other folks here. But again, I just want to please join me in congratulating this project in terms of its significance for what it means nationally and in our local market. We're anxious to celebrate this on your behalf for our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Doug. Okay, next I wanted to introduce Glenborough's Executive Vice President, Michael Steele, and Chief Operating Officer, and individual that has been probably the most supportive to our company's energy efficiency and sustainability programs. Mike.
Thanks, Carlos. Yeah, that was after I found out how much it was. But, you know, well, first off, really, I think, you know, I'd like to thank really, you know, from the Glenborough side, certainly at the home office, Carlos, and then the local Glenborough team with Travis Gorsman and Doug Eagle and what they've done, and then all of our vendor partners who really helped do this. And you know, it's a great honor to be recognized by the USTVA for what we've accomplished here and for everybody's time and effort, you know, as well as dollars put into this thing. It's an honor that I'm happy to see people get. It's well deserved, well earned. You know, just a little background about Glenborough is that I think as real estate companies go, we were on the leading edge, some might say the bleeding edge, in terms of both energy conservation and sustainability, probably long before it came really a more accepted and even desired concept in many markets around the country. And we've made a commitment both from the standpoint of being a good citizen where our employees live and where our tenants work, as well as looking at it from a business standpoint, that in the future we could see where sustainability and energy conservation was going to become something that was more than just a check the box for the tenants that were going to do business in our buildings, and it was going to become more and more important to them. We chatted a little bit before this that, and as Carlos pointed out, especially getting into this project, and you're in 2008, and most of us can remember 2008, you know, as the world as we know it was coming to an end, and you know, things were not going well, and then you're looking at trying to invest in a project where at the same time, obviously, the rents are going down, the occupancy is going down, businesses are closing, and you know, does it really make sense to continue to pursue this? And you know, to Carlos's credit, he did continue to hound me to the point where you know, you could sort of see the light at the end of the tunnel and make it through. And you know, I think to many people's credit in this room is that working together, we got to the platinum certification for this building. And you know, our commitment is really not just here, across the country. Our portfolio from coast to coast, we really are dedicated to energy conservation and sustainability. I believe that across our portfolio we have more than 90% of the assets with LEED certification.
Actually, Energy Star rated.
I'm sorry, Energy Star, yeah, not LEED certification.
Well, we can talk about that.
We can talk about that. How much do it cost? Yeah. Well, the markets are getting better. So they are. You never know. But yeah, Energy Star rated. And you know, and not that every building is going to achieve the same heights that this building has, but certainly we will do our level best in every asset we have to be as efficient and to put in place programs on sustainability where they are, again, the right thing to do both for the business community where we work and where we live and do business. Again, just, you know, in conclusion, it's really at the end of the day, I mean, we're in business to you know, attract tenants to our building. We believe that the LEED certification here is going to be one of those points that is going to help businesses make the decision that they want to do their business in the Aventine and they want to work from here. I mean, hopefully they'll see it not only as a financial benefit to them, because the fact of the matter is, and we did talk a little bit about this too, is that from both LEED and Energy Star, you know, at the end of the day for businesses, there's got to be a financial equation that works out to your benefit. And I must say, that's really worked well for us. And as it works well for us, it also works to the benefit of the tenants that come to our buildings. So that's really where it pays off in the end. And you know, I think though it's a long road and it's kind of a slow road, and at times, depending upon where the market is, it may dip down. You know, thank goodness the economy seems to be recovering again, and all of a sudden, as I told Carlos, is that, you know, you're beginning to see it back in proposals again now, where, you know, tenants want to use TI dollars to work towards LEED certification for building out their suites. They're beginning to ask in proposals, you know, what your Energy Star rating is. They're asking in proposals what your intentions are relative to LEED certification, and those are all good things. Those are far-sighted. It really makes you sort of optimistic about where people are going, rather than everybody just trying to do everything on the cheap, which is unfortunately where we were probably at the beginning of 2009. So again, I mean, you know, I mean, thank you all who participated. Thank you all for coming today, and you know, thank you to the local team, you know, to Doug and to Travis and the efforts that they put forth. And I'll turn it back over to Carlos.
Thank you.